Yo, what's going on, guys? Alter here, back at you with another YouTube video. Today it's another Yu-Gi-Oh video on the channel, guys. And what if I were to tell you that Yu-Gi-Oh just released is one of most broken cards in the game, but it's not as broken because not every deck can cheese it out as much as possible, like its latter cousin Beatrice. But what if I told you that one of my favorite cards in Eldlich can cheat this card out as a one card combo every single time? And I'm talking about none other than Mercurium. So guys, make sure you stick around till the end of the video to find out how broken this card is with this small engine package with Eldlich. First things first though, guys, before this game even loads up, we need to talk. Only 90% of you, yes, that's right, only 90% of you are not subscribed. I say only, but that's a lot. If you just watch this channel and scroll down there a little bit, click that subscribe button, it helps out a lot because, you know, it just shows the algorithm, you know, we're getting the views but we're not getting the subscribers. Like, bro, subscribe. All this free content, I'm not even asking, you know, oh, click this link so you could pay for coaching, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this educational content for free, and I will continue making them for free. I would just appreciate if y'all would subscribe. Otherwise, I don't know. Hold up. We're gonna have to sell him. And look at him. He does not want to be sold, okay? Look at it, man. Look at his poor face, man. Look at him. Look at him. He does not want to get sold. Look at that, man. Subscribe. Or this poor. Alrighty, guys. Here we are in the deck profile. Today we're gonna talk about none other than Mercurium The Living Quicksilver, which before today was a TCG exclusive, meaning it was only available in Americas / it was an America designed card, and now it's finally in Master Duel, which, as you know, mixes the TCG and the OCG together, the Japanese game and the rest of the world game. This card is broken. Again, it shows you another way that, like, these TCG exclusive cards that have been coming out recently have been absolutely broke. Now the OCG ones have been brilliant too, but this one is especially broke because let's talk about it. So basically, Mercurium The Living Quicksilver needs 2 or more level 10 monsters, and I like the requirement of the 2+ for the level 10s because it shows some love for Ryugi, right, guys? Like, Ryugi is a archetype that's not really played that much, but through this 2+, it makes you able to play Ryugi, where because it summons 3 level 10s, and you want to get rid of all of them from the field. So this is one way to do it. Now, if there is just an archetype that shits out level 10s, that is not heavy train, I've experimented with heavy train a little bit. Unfortunately, it only summons 2 level 10s. What I mean by shits out level 10s is like every monster is a level 10, like a Ryziel situation. Yeah, some of these cards might have to get banned, I'm not gonna lie to you, or some of these cards might have to get locked, right? Anyways, if this card is XYZ summon, you can attach 1 monster from your deck to this card as material. And that's very key because you can attach any monster, meaning if you find a way to send this to the graveyard, which I'll show you how that we do that in this deck, this is a foolish burial. It's just a monster. It's a Beatrice, like I said in the intro. It's just a free Laval chain. It's a free foolish burial, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever synonym you want to give it, free foolish burial, right? We're not even done. Let's just say if you want to leave it on the field, like, you're like, oh, okay, so I guess it's just a foolish burial, but it, you know, it's as a level 10 exceed, you send it away from the fields, so it's not that good. Well, no, it actually has a field effect. While this card has material, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in their graveyard with the same attribute as monsters in your graveyard. So this is Abyss Dweller and Beatrice. That's why this card is very broken, and this one card stops branded. So if you know you're coming up against a branded player, unfortunately a best of 1 is really tough. But in the TCG, so you know your guy plays branded, side deck this in, they're dead. They've lost. They've lost because Eldlich, the combo I'm about to show you, sends a dark to the grave. It sends a dark to the grave, so it's like they're cooked. And lastly, this is the card's cost. You're like, holy Christ, where's the cost for this card? The cost for this card is once per turn during the end phase, detach one material from this card or take 3,000 damage. Now, you might think this is cost, by the way. No, this facilitates an FTK. So if you're an FTKer, which I'm not, I think FTK is one of the worst factors in all of card game design. But if you're an FTKer, you could pretty much play this Eldlich engine to FTK. You need some topologic combo though, some weird ashable combo. You know how FTKs go. You know, that weird like one card combo that if it gets ashed, they lose and resign, but if it doesn't, they kill you, right? So, but yeah, you could basically summon 3 Mercuriums, send them to the other side of the field, and since they have no material and you summon them from the graveyard and you gave them to your opponent, they have to just take this permanent 3k damage. Which I guess the only way to stop this is dogwood. Like if you dogwood, because then if you dogwood, that means yeah, they would get 9k. They would get 9k health, so they would basically not eat any damage, right? So, but for you, let's just say if you're not playing the FTK, this is not an issue. You'll never take 3,000 damage because this card starts out with 3 materials, then 2, then 1. Now, if you have any end phase type of cards, you don't have to send this card to the graveyard. So you could keep the floodgate plus combo off in the end phase. The only decks I found that were able to do this is heroes. So basically, you could Delta of Invitation combo with Eldlich and go into a hero line if you want to. But I mean, yeah, I mean DPE, he is good, but he's not broken in today's standard. But it does bring out DPE. Okay, so this just detach in the end phase does bring out DPE, and you could have DPE Mercurium, which on itself is actually pretty decent, depending what you did in the start phases as well, right? That could be something if you're a hero player and you're just looking for like just maybe like a branded option. You know how they play in the end phase. You as a hero player can play in the end phase through Mercurium if you want to. But another way, like I said, is to use it as a foolish burial. And this is where it facilitates this deck. Now, the reason why I built this deck, guys, is because I want to build something pure for Yummy, right? Like, I have all these Yummy crazy combos. Check out the playlist on the channel. But they announced that Yummy Snatchy is coming to 3, and I wanted to build a Yummy deck that utilizes all 3 links of Yummy Snatchy. And well, only to not rely on Ancient Fairy Dragon, because they all run Light Beast. So, and I'll show you in a minute why this deck rocks, and it has synergy with Yummy and with Eldlich. Now you might be wondering, okay, this is out of left field. Why Eldlich with Varuderus and Mercurium with Yummy? How does this even work? Well, 2 things. Varuderus is searched by Yummy easily through Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon pops the Yummy field spell. Then it goes Delta of Invitation to Flying Mary into Varuderus. I've showed this combo many times on the channel, so if you're new to the channel, check out the playlist. It's in the annotation, and or click off on the playlist section, scroll down until you find Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and then look at all the Eldlich videos. And I've shown every single way to combo with Eldlich is all archived on the channel. Just search on YouTube Altair Eldlich and it will pop up, bro, because I'm the only one making the Eldlich videos. So the reason why this now synergizes, why Mercurium synergizes, is Mercurium through Eldlich, you could attach Dotscaper, okay, and then Dotscaper, while attaching Mercurium, you put Mercurium in the EMZ where Gravity Control comes in, and Gravity Control is a link 1. You send Mercurium to the graveyard. Dotscaper has an effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it. So it special summons itself, and there you go. You have a link 1 and a level 1. What does that equal? A full Yummy combo, right, guys? So basically, yeah, like this deck is This is where it gels together. Either Yummy can make Varudurus on the end board, or Eldlich, if you just draw Eldlich, will make Yummy plus the Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff. So you might be wondering, okay, then what if you only draw Ancient Fairy Dragon? Great question. Now, my thing is, with this deck, I wanted to find some sort of level 3s to go into Baron, right? But the only one I could find to add off, because in the combo you do Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch adds any 600 level, and then Ancient Fairy special summons level 4s or lower. But I couldn't really find somebody that like gels off a Yummy. Maybe if I look at level 4s, we could go Duration, right? Duration, destroy everybody. But I don't think there is really that many. Yeah, this one is terrible. And then this one is target one banished light or dark monster, special summon it to your field, negate its effects, but also for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters. You could target cards your opponent control up to the number of synchros. Ooh, this is cool. This is a cool effect. That's a level 4. It's a level 4, but it is usable because, like, if we ever have like maybe like a banished Yummy card and a banished light, I mean, these are all lights except for Dotscaper. These are all light cards. Maybe we just go for him plus a Duration at the end. Duration. Right? Maybe that's better. Who knows? Let's try it out. But I'll show you the replays of the Barone version of the deck anyways. So let's get down to the combo and the deck breakdown. So you have a basic Yummy package. All the Yummies plus one Lollipo, right? Quick play spell, you only need one. Field spell, you only need one. You don't even need to run the other field spell. Again, you're brickifying your deck even more because these field spells do nothing unless you search them. And Akrakui, I targeted destroy that's searchable when, like, for example, Cookie Yummy already does that. You don't need to double down on Akrakui at all, guys. Okay. And now one thing you might be considering is probably you might get nibbed for the weird people that get play nib still in this format. So maybe run a Link Spider in there. But for this combo, it definitely has an anti-nib because you could get Varudurus turn 1 if you have a Yummy in hand. So basically, when you're going for Mercurium, if in your hand you have Yummy, just go to Varudurus. Because why would you go into Mercurium if like you already have Yummy in hand? And Varudurus is an Omni negate, so they can never nib you. And the combo does special summon 5 monsters before Varudurus, but then they'll just nib Eldlich, which is like a waste of a nib, right? Like, why would you nib Eldlich? And then you could just normal summon Yummy anyways. The hand trap package we're running is kind of weird. We're running no Ash because we're trying this thing out. We did a deck doctor on Jesse Perez's channel, and he told me to get rid of my Ashes. Now, I disagree. I think Ash is a broken card. What he thinks is you should replace it for Droplet instead. Now, in all of my decks, I play in Master Duel, I play Ash and Droplet. But he thinks somehow that, I don't know, the full Wallaces are better, plus the Droplet going second. So, you know what? We're going to just follow his advice for a little bit. Have the full Wallaces and have the Droplet for going second. I don't believe this is good. But the reason why I think it benefits this deck than other decks, because this deck just have some board breaking possibilities with Delta of Invitation plus Tartarus. The Droplet, obviously. Foolish Burial also can send Tartarus, right? There's a lot of ways that this deck can, you know, combo off. Tactics is also a board breaker. You can steal an opponent's monster. So, fairs. So let's try this like board breaking psychology, right? for now. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna just go back to my 19 hand traps plus droplet, right? Because I play droplet with all the hand traps. But we'll see. We'll see what this takes us. Okay, so 2 Droll, 2 full Wallaces, 3 2 Perilias, 3 full Wallaces, 2 Eldliches. This is key because we're not running the level 10 in the extra deck. If you don't want to get bricked up, if you think Eldlich is a brick, you could run the Fusion 10 in the extra deck, the Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord. But again, we're playing a pure deck. I want to play Eldlich. I don't want to shy away from playing Eldlich. So of course I'm just gonna have him in the deck. 3 deltas, because delta is pretty crucial. Usually you see me run this at 2 in other combos, or even at 1 for the combos, but delta now is a very crucial card because of all these new level 10. So of course you just want to play 3-0 delta so you could do that combo as much as possible. The staples we're running are kind of weird, but they work. So Foolish Burial and Foolish Burial Goods. Foolish Burial can facilitate into board breaking with Tartarus because it sends Tartarus, right? But also at the same time, since we're running Dotscaper and we're Foolish Burialing it with Mercurium, we could also just Foolish Burial it with Foolish Burial, right? So, and I did do that, and you'll see it in the replay here soon of how that came in clutch, because, you know, I had a level 1 Yummy, and then he ogred my other Yummy, I think. So, no, he ogred my field spell, so I can bring back my Yummy from the graveyard. But I had Foolish Burial in hand, and I sent Dotscaper, right? And Dotscaper came out, and then that's full Yummy combo, right? Next, you got just 1 Call by the Grave, droplets. You know, that's the package we're running for staples. Again, Max C, pretty self-explanatory. Let's talk the techie cards. So let's first talk about the Ancient Fairy Dragon tech cards. So there's 3 in the, well, actually there's 5 in the deck. You have Regulus, you have Spore, you have Kuribon, you have the field spell Ward of Spirits, and you have the Omni Negate trap Eternal Sunshine. Now let's break them down one by one. So Spore basically is a card that you want to special summon off of Ancient Fairy Dragon to make the Life Dragon, so he could add the Omni Negate, okay? Because this can bring itself out back from the graveyard, and that means you have 2 monster negates on the field, which is absolutely broken. Plus, it lowers, it halves their attack and defense like Droplet too. So this just works exactly like a Droplet, but as a trap, which is absolutely sensational. This card is, you don't have to run this, but since we're playing Yummy, it has a specific thing where if you control not just Ancient Fairy Dragon, but a light beast monster, which is, that's what all Yummies are, this could be a 2-card combo. So let's just say we go Yummy, like I said, what happened to me with the example with Dotscaper. Say I didn't have Foolish Burial, I had Kuribon the Fairy Spirit instead. I'll be able to special summon Kuribon the Fairy Spirit and still continue, right? And the reason why he's here is because we could run Ancient Fairy Dragon that searches him through his field spell, right? So, or through her field spell. Next is the boy Regulus, and Regulus is basically Yummy jump scare because he's a level 4 or light beast monster. So I can normal summon him and go into Yummy and just scare the opponent, because he could do he basically works exactly like if you normal summoned a Yummy. What I mean by this is not only does he add a spell or trap, I haven't really found a good spell for unfortunately for them, like they just have either Eternal Sunshine or World of the Spirits. So when he does that, but then he has a second effect, which is kind of cool. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 4 or light monster that's a beast, plant, or fairy from your hand in defense position. And all these guys are light beasts, so that's where the synergy comes in. He can special summon them. Then you go into Yummy, but these guys would just stay on the field, right? Absolutely sensational. Sensational stuff. Next is our tech cards for Eldlich, because obviously Eldlich is a big guy. You have a 66% chance of seeing him, and so it's like he'll probably be in your hand. So we have a couple stuff that work around Eldlich, or even let's just say we sent him through Delta. We need spells to set for a cost to special summon Eldlich for the combo, and one of those spells is Metal Foes Fusion, which if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle it and then draw one card. So this is just a free draw one. The other card that is very key for our deck, because we run so many field spells, we could banish this card, add one Crystal Beast and one field spell from our deck to our hand, and that's why this is important. Now, is this a brick? Technically, this one is a brick, but not really, because it's a light fairy monster, and like we said, guys, these guys love special and summoning off a light fairy monster, so technically not a brick if we have the other card in hand. Also, it's a 300 level card, so we could always just go into Owl Mirage and be chill. And yeah, so this is the deck, and the end board is pretty specific. You're gonna go Cupid Pitch, tribute into Ancient Fairy Dragon, and then level up to the Synchros plus Varurus or Mercurium is gonna be on the field. And it's a pretty broken pure deck. Pretty techy, and I'll show you how it did with the replays. So let's get right into it. Before we do that, let me show you the combo that Mercurium is, then hop into the replays. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is absolutely perfect. Don't mind whatever card I have in hand. I just want to show you the Delta combo. Obviously, I would not sacrifice a drop plate for this, but let's just show you how the combo works. So you want to activate Delta. Send Delta to the graveyard. Send Eldlich to the graveyard, and then Eldlich is going to activate his effect in the graveyard, guys, to tribute a spell. You do not want to tribute Delta in this combo because this is a 1.5 combo. You gotta have a spell or trap for cost. Settle down Eldlich. Summon the token. Contact fuse Eldlich into the new Fallen Angel. Then you want to go into Flying Mary. Okay. And then from Flying Mary, what you want to do is special summon your Eldlich from the deck. So with the Flying Mary special summon, when you target Eldlich, this is your 5th summon. So if they have Nibiru for some reason in this format, where she's been absolutely terrible for a while, actually, not even in this format, but if for some reason have Nibiru and they nib you here, congratulations, you just normal summon Yummy and win the game. But if they don't, they really have to, because then yes, you just go into go into Varudris, which is an Omni Negate, and then you just normal summon Yummy, and then yes, also win the game. But what if you didn't have Yummy in hand? You'd go into Mercurium. You want to play, this is very key, you want to place him in the extra monster zone, and then he is going to attach a monster from the deck. You want to attach Dotscaper, and then you want a Gravity Controller over Mercurium. And that's what it is going to activate Dotscaper. Okay, and then Dotscaper is a level 1 and a link 1, and you already know where this goes. There we go. It's a Cup C Yummy Way full Yummy combo, right? Absolutely insane. And let's just say even your Yummy thing gets negated. You can just special summon this card from your graveyard as you toss it away from Cup C. Like, there is some techie cards to this deck. Alrighty, guys, let's check out some of our replays. So our first replay is against a hero player. I actually don't remember what this was. And as you know, hero players are just glorified stun deck folks. So I'll be pretty intrigued to how I even won this. Okay, so I went first. And already what I'm looking at is Foolish Burial Goods. Cookie, Ash, Flawless, Eldlich is pretty good. So I Foolish Barrel into Bridge, and then obviously this is just an extra field spell. That's what Foolish Barrel Goods is for us. Or let's just say we had Rainbow Bridge of Salvation in our hand, then we just would send Metal Foes, so we could just draw 1-for-1 off of the Foolish Barrel. Also, yes, this and the other Foolish Barrel can get ashed, but I mean, if you're ashing this generic of a card, you must be down bad. So you're gonna banish Crystal Beast Fusion. We get Drolled. Interesting. Okay. So this is gonna show how you can play around Droll. Now, obviously, we can't really overextend with the Yummy line because we do have to add a couple of Yummies for us to go to the level 7 Ancient Fairy Dragon, meaning we're just probably gonna leave it at a modest Synchro 2, which it's very, very good by itself. So we're gonna activate Eldlich here. Off the fields, this is so creative. Basically, I set this field spell so because I didn't have cost for Eldlich to send himself, right? But now I have cost, so I get to special summon Eldlich, and Delta comes back because Eldlich got summoned, and since I didn't use I didn't activate it, I could use it and put the token down and do the same Baruderous combo. Ah, that's amazing. So we go into Flying Mary. This is going to summon the Eldritch from the extra deck. Again, the combo I showed you in the beginning of the video, we summoned it from the deck. This is the version where you could just summon him from the extra deck. Flying Mary is going to grab the one in the graveyard regardless. And it's going to lay over these two for Baruderous. And these two you want to send to their graveyard because obviously they have effects if you call them off the synchro. And then we pass. And look at this. I mean, this is he has 5 cards in hand and a 46 card deck. And off a Droll, we put down Yummy, Omni Negate, and we have Ash in hand. And God forbid the full Wallace. Most decks can't even push past this. And yeah, he resigns. He had 5 cards in hand and he resigned. So this is how you play. You play into Droll. Okay, up next. So this is for the haters and the comments. I don't know, Earl, if you're editing this, put up all the hate comments. This is all for you guys for saying my decks can't play through hand traps. Y'all are just dumb. Nah, I'm sorry. Let me just pause this real quick. Y'all are just dumb. You think I sit in the lab, do a combo, and not think about hand traps or even board breakers? I play people that play 20 hand traps in their deck. I play people that play Scarclaw, Raw, Sky Striker board breakers. You think I'm not hip enough to know what my cards work against or not? Like, do you think I just sit for 20 minutes and be like, that'll make a good video? Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll make a good video. Shut up, bro. Shut up. I know how to play the game. On top of it, I'm playing the game with weaker cards than the meta. So I am finessing the meta, and I'm playing into all these hand traps and all these board breakers. And it's all in the archive. I stream almost daily. I have tons of videos on this. You'll see me play through so many hand traps, but I just get the hooligan. What about Ash, man? What about Infinite Impermanence, man? What about Droll, man? The only thing that hurts this deck is Max C, but Max C hurts every deck. So, like, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Like, deck plays through hand traps. Like, what are you on about? Anywho. So we got pretty unlucky. This is like so rare. We drew Rainbow Bridge of Salvation plus the Crystal Beast in hand. I don't know like what the math is on this, but it's pretty unlucky. But luckily we did have some yummies and Eldlich through Delta. So again, we're gonna do the same combo. Send the spell and trap. This is going to activate to set a token. It does. And we're going to tribute off these two for Flying Mary. And we're gonna activate Eldlich, and I knew he had Bell in hand already because when I activated Eldritch's effect, something popped up in here. So it's either Bistral or Bell, and it was Bell. If it was Bistral, it wouldn't have mattered because, again, this is where Flying Mary is goaded. Flying Mary summons a level 5 or higher zombie that is banished as well. So even if he would have banished Eldritch, it wouldn't have mattered. We do get Belled. We're trying to get Eldritch back anyways, because it is pretty good value to get Eldritch back. But he's going to activate Harmonia. And from the cards he revealed, I already knew right away he plays Branded. So it's kind of disappointing that he did cut away my Eldritch line, because I would have just stuck with Mercurium instead of Barodrus. But he sends Desmond Lilith, and that's how I immediately knew, okay, it's definitely Branded. So it was all cap. And again, we just played through 2 phenomenal hand traps. Bell and Harmonia are one of the best hand traps right now in Master Duel. Their win rate is probably 80% or higher. We just got hit by 2 80% or higher win rate cards, and we're still pushing. So shut up in the comments about my deck doesn't play through hand traps. You're an idiot. If you say that, bro, I'm just not replying to you anymore. I swear to God, anybody that says that, I am not replying to anymore. You're just either rage baiting or an idiot. All right, one of the two. So anyways, we just do full Yummy combo now, because obviously he just wasted all his energy on just one card in Delta of Invitation. So now we have all this value. We're gonna special summon back our Cup C to go into the Synchro 2. Lollipop is gonna get our stuff back out of the graveyard. We're gonna go into Cupid Pitch, raise its level. Summon Lollipop, but activate Lollipop's effect right now. Why is this important? Because this shuffles back instead of banishes. And what this shuffle means, when I shuffle back Desmond Lilith, he's not going to get any value off his Harmonia. And that's what's so important, is this is going to activate in the end phase, but if I send it back to the extra deck, it will not activate in the end phase. So it goes back to his deck, so you can't activate it. And then we just do our Ancient Fairy line. We add just Marshmallow for follow-up. We delete that field spell, add World of Spirits. World of Spirits is going to add us Spore, the Fairy Seed. We're going to special summon Fairy Seed off of Ancient Fairy. And then we'll go, and this is a beautiful animation. I didn't think he had this animation, but this is pretty cool. We're going to go to the actual Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. Again, Ancient Fairy Dragon is one of my favorite designed synchros, man, for sure. She's so cool. Like, she's the coolest dragon ever. So I just wanted, because I know Blue Eyes players run Ancient Fairy Life Dragon, and I just wanted something in this deck, this pure deck, to just run these light beasts. You know what I mean? Just have fun with these light beasts, and Ancient Fairy Life Dragon does that for us, man. And I'm absolutely glad that this combo works. You're gonna special this one back, increase this level to level 2, because when this is a level 2 and this is a level 8, right here we have Barone, so this is gonna be Barone follow-up. But also, since we have two monsters that mention Ancient Fairy Dragon, we have 2 on-field negates with Eternal Sunshine. And also, yeah, I forgot to mention, World of Spirits actually has a board break effect. That's why I was special summoning in defense, because it's once per turn during the end phase, destroy all attack position monsters on the turn player's field. So if you would have just summoned this in attack, it would have been gone. Just a custom effect, if I'm being honest. We activate this in draw phase, so we increase our defense, so he doesn't run over Yummy, and he tries to like run over Spore, which that's what he does. But again, here comes the droplet effect. I don't let him run over my Spore. He normal summons Albaz, but of course, I get to just negate Albaz. And he surrenders because that was his normal summon, and he has nothing else. Plus, I had Yummy and Yummy Surprise, so he was going to get absolutely cooked. All right, third replay. It looks like Cool Tunes, and I went second. Yeah, I went second against Cool Tunes and won. Shut up. Stop saying this. My deck building sucks. I know I'm gonna rant about this for the rest of the video, but like it just pisses me off that people generally thinks I suck at deck building, bro. Like, shut up. I'm beating these meta decks. You could clearly see I'm beating these meta decks. So here we actually get quite lucky because we have two Malcharming Flawlesses, which this actually just shuts down Coltoon. One, they can play around. Two, they can't. So it forces him into a decision of, do I give my opponent this many draws or do I pass on nothing? And obviously the Coltoon player is going to get greedy. He does set Ghost Ogre, which is pretty smart. This is pretty smart to set because you could activate its effect on the field. And I'm not gonna lie to you, had he just passed here, he would have won. Because let me explain. This would have popped my field spell starters, and you know, I can't really do anything about that. So that's what Ogre would have done. And I'm assuming he already had Coltoon back-to-back. Excuse me, Coltoon Synchro in his hand. And basically what he could have done is just set it, pass, then add Rico, go into the Omni Negate, this banish, this destroy a spell. Like, I was pretty much gonna get fried. Now, why do I not activate the Parolia, even though he might summon from the hand? There is really no need. I don't want to shuffle cards back. I already drew enough cards. And this droplet is all I needed. Because, guys, if you don't know, Coltoon manipulates levels. So that's why people say it's Yummy's worst matchup, but it's not really Yummy's worst matchup if you have droplet. Or if you have cards that just negate Imperm, droplet, just negate the cards, basically. So we go Parolia here, just in case he does anything in hand, which he will because of a Coltoon remix. See, he does right away. This is going to give us a draw. And it's another droplet, which is amazing. For one reason, it's just he doesn't know what I drew. So when I use droplet, he doesn't know what I drew. And two, it's just extra fodder. So we're going to go droplet right away. And we're going to negate everything. Because we don't want him to pop the field spell. We don't want him to obviously negate us. And then we don't want him to... We don't want him to level floodgate us. Because obviously... We can't go into our level 2s with our link 1s because these just become level 2s, you know what I mean? So it would have been kind of annoying. What he's gonna do though, which is smart, is go into another level floodgate through Coltoon Synchro, and that level floodgate is back-to-back, and back-to-back can bring this monster back. So meaning all my hard work on droplet didn't matter. He's gonna bring his Omni Negate back and his level floodgates back. Right, so this is what he's gonna do. He gets rid of his Veiler, which is interesting. Might have been a mistake. He should have kept Veiler in hand. So there you go. There's the floodgate again, and then he returns this card to the hand. Now, one thing that was key to this matchup is me negating Ghost Ogre, because now I could activate my field spell. And with Delta of Invitation, I could send Tartarus, baby. And what does Tartarus do? Tartarus special summons itself and then sends that floodgate. That's so sick. Meaning, he cannot summon back his negates. And it's pretty much GG's. Because I still have my normal summon, and I normal summon Cupsy. Now, let's just say why was Delta of Invitation first correct and not even through Eldlich also first correct? Because obviously Tartarus is a more broken board breaker than Eldlich because they can't respond to it. And then two, if we started with Yummy and started baiting, this card says when your opponent activates a monster effect, and you could use this twice. So why would I give him the chance to special summon back his negate and all his other stuff? Why would I do that? That would literally make no sense. And if this is a Coltoon back-to-back, he can't synchro summon anymore because he only has Ghost Ogre on the field. So it's pretty much checkmate if I just go Wandering of Titanium right away. And that's what I do. Grab Yummy Suppress, just in case this is like anything like Imperm, something that's not Coltoon, so we could just special summon this Yummy. But it's pretty much over. See, exactly. So he had Bell in hand. He had Bell in hand. So that's why we grabbed Surprise. And then he resigns because it's pretty much I go into the level 2 and attack for a game, right? Yeah, cool tune with hand traps, ogre, bell, plus the floodgates, and we still won. So stop saying this deck or not even this deck. My deck suck. Like I could play into these decks, man. Stop doing that. Anyways, next replay. This is the thing is like, guys, like I spend so much times on these decks that, you know, it kind of sucks when people try to take away your hard work. Cause I'm not any one of these big YouTubers that just like fucking just yaps, just turns on the fucking go live, yaps about something that doesn't matter, right? And you know, whatever. Like even in my last video, I told you don't get pumpkin. Now the reason I'm gonna get it because I'm a zombie player, of course. So I'm gonna get. I love playing zombies, so I'm gonna play zombies, right? Whatever. But I literally said don't get pumpkin. Like if you are trying to like climb, blah blah blah, don't get pumpkin. But I'm sure a lot of these guys were like, oh, pumpkin is great, blah 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 blah. You know, I know it's ass, but I'm getting it because I'm a zombie player. But I'm telling you, if you're not a zombie player, don't get it. Because it's terrible. Anyways, he full walls is in our draw phase. We cross out designator it. So that means the full walls in our hand is pretty much dead. So we go into Yummy. Yummy is gonna special summon. Ah, that's the ogre. That's the ogre situation. But we do banish it. Okay. And we get Veilard. So Fawalos countered, Ogre countered, and then now we get hit with Valor. And guess what's gonna happen to the Valor? The Valor is also gonna get countered. So this is where I said where Foolish Barrel comes in clutch as a 2-card combo, because right there, like I already had Yummy Snatchy, but it got negated, but it could send Dotscaper. And Dotscaper comes out, it's a level 1, and he resigns, because why? It's a full Yummy combo. There is nothing you can do about this to stop it. Alright, next. Ooh, we play a little grind game, okay? Okay. Play a little grind game, why not? And we go second, but I mean look at this hand, guys. There's no way he beats us. So he is playing. Oh, okay, so this guy was playing stun. He was playing man stun, but I droll him. Which in hindsight is probably not greatest, because Primite Man doesn't really care about droll, because they set cards most of the time. But I guess because he was locked into the normal summon. Also, this is a mistake. I should have just did one of them and kept the other for his turn. But it is what it is. So I have a few options here. Go Delta right away and bait the Primite, which it does. So why did I do this time around? Why did I do it this order? But last time I did it in a different order. Why am I using the zombies to bait and the yummies not to bait? Because obviously we have nothing, guys. We have absolutely nothing. And we know this is his only interruption, really. So if we go into Yummy and he banishes it, we don't have really a spell to go into a Varudrus. If we had a spell, then I would bait with Yummy. But we don't have a spell. So it's kind of tough. So yeah, we have to go into Yummy right away. And I didn't really want to discard this Max C. So when I get to Cupsy Yummy Way, usually what you want to do is discard another card in hand that's not a Yummy, but obviously, you know, you don't want to discard Maxi, so I discard just Marshmallow, I think. But we get ashed, so it doesn't even matter. Which is crazy. I did both of these. He doesn't ash them. But he was smart enough to just toggle off, which is crazy. A lot of people are not smart enough to toggle off. So I didn't know he had an Ash in hand. But obviously Ash doesn't matter because it activates our Yummy inherently. Can't really hand trap his deck. We destroy his level 6 tuner. So he can't go into Barone next turn. And then we go into 2 level 2s because, again, their effects are deadly in the graveyard. We don't want them face up on the field. So obviously he's going to come back. There's a normal in the grave. So as soon as I saw Apophis, I hit jackpot because Maxi destroys Apophis because they have to summon for 2. So you're just going to get a free draw 2. So I just saved my Maxi no matter what here. Also here, it's weird. He decided against... He thought here for a while and normal summoned Primite. That is so weird. I would have definitely normal summoned Man because I can't destroy him because Temple of the Kings is on the field. But since he summons this, I'm like, all right, let's get to work with Cookie. So I destroyed this. So he can't Primite me. And then we go into Cookie. And the reason why I go Cookie here to flip this normal is because then it wouldn't count as controlling him, so he can't drill beam me. So I shut off that negate. We draw into another Delta, which is absolutely nuts. This is amazing. We max C here, so we're gonna get a draw 2, guaranteed. Should have saved his Ash. But he had Drool. We draw into Drool. This is a crazy back and forth. But since he activates that, I'm going to obviously get Cookie out of the way because we don't need him right now. So right now, I'm trying to bait the Apophis negate. But he goes Primite because he obviously controls a normal monster. So there goes that. But I bait him with a Droll because the Droll is a level 1. So I go into Cookie. I bait him to activate Apophis now because when I flip this, he's not going to get a negate because he doesn't control a continuous trap anymore. So obviously he just has to negate this for negate sakes. And I activate this one just to get out of the way. Get back my link. But now the stage is set. He has 2600 attack, which is perfect enough to 1 man and 1 man only. This board about to go bye-bye. We send Tartarus. Send 3 cards means we can send 3 cards. We send the unknown. It turns out it's Primate Lordy Load. It's exactly 2600, which is perfect enough to kill him. And there you go. We played a grind game with hand traps. We were hand trapping each other back and forth. That was absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, so there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that, and just to literally show you his deck, how toxic his deck was, and show you the other people's deck. Just again to show you that, look, bro, this guy was playing Elf Note Cool Tune and we won. Like, but guys, come on, man. Come on, man. Quit dissing me. We out here. This deck is phenomenal. Oh yeah, I tried Sandgun for a little bit just to add like Maxi off a Chaos Angel. It was a finicky line. But see, I didn't recommend it. So, you know, you can't get angry at me. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. And yeah, this deck is more pure. I wish I could add more hand traps to it since it's more pure. But again, really, we're going down this Jesse philosophy of no hand traps. And he told me to do this. So I'm going to see if it's working out. It's working out a little bit. But sometimes I am missing my Ash. Like, I would love to just Ash a card right now, because it is absolutely ashable and it would stop like half of his plays. But yes. Well, there you guys have it. If you enjoyed watching today's video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, comment down below what you thought, and I will see you in the next one. Later.